Welcome to the show, and here are your hosts, the diabolical Elite Gaming Guru, the illustrious Red Dead Panda, and the Australian stud AshtreyGaming. So let's get this party started. Shit.
And we're live. Hope
Yes,
everyone can hear
excellent.
us. Let us know in the chat, please.
It still shows 4 minutes on mine. We've still got 4 minutes to go.
You got to refresh your screen, dude.
Oh, can't my computer do that? Computers are rubbish.
No, and there's like a 30-second delay. So,
That's just
but we're
terrible.
live, man. I'm telling you.
You sure? Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Let's get on with this. Let's get on with this shit. Hello, everyone. Hello, chat. Welcome to the channel, episode 110 of the Gamers Ninja podcast, featuring myself and Ashtray. Our other host, Red Dead Panda, is away at the moment. She's still travelling. She's been, I think she's in hiding with Andrew Tate at the moment, I believe. She's crashing with him. That's the last I've heard of her. So I'm not sure what's going down there. So yeah, and we've got a special guest. We've got 2 special guests, but only one of them's bombs to turn up so far. We've got Jedi Knight Peter has joined us on the Side Talk Gaming. Hello, Jedi. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, thank you for having me. Loving playing Remnant 2 this week and looking forward to, put up with you guys.
So we might as well go run straight. Should we wait for Biscuit? Should we wait for Biscuit? Or should we just go straight into it? Get on with it.
Well, yeah, let's just go straight into it. Ali, what have you been playing this week?
So, I've not been playing much at all actually. I've been sort of working a lot, but then I've just only just got my machine fixed. I've got my mic. Does my mic sound good? Does everyone?
Yeah, you don't sound
I
like
can't
you're in the
hear
toilet.
Elite.
Yeah, man, you sound great.
Oh wait, Fox said he can't hear me. Just go straight into it.
Yeah, I can hear
Fox,
you.
can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Oh, he says I can't hear Elite. Suppose that's a good thing. I'm not too sure.
He
now.
says, JK,
I
everything all good. He's just fucking with you.
Right, yeah. Because my Mac's only here because I had to set up all my Mac system and I had to reset all my laptop up and all the sorts of shit. Because my last one broke down, so I finally got up and running. That's why I hadn't done a proper decent video for about a month either. So, and I've been trying to get our new intro and outro doing, so I've not been gaming too much at all. I didn't even intro. I tried to play that game. What was that game you said to try last week? What's that one you've all been...
Exo Primal, which you still haven't.
Yeah,
booted
that's the
up.
one. Yeah. I tried to boot it up, but it asked me to register into something.
Yeah.
And when I've tried registering, it just gets all fucking up. And I thought, fuck it, I ain't got the patience for this.
Yeah,
I tried registering it.
Yeah, you got to sign up to Capcom.
Why do they keep making you do these register sign up things nowadays?
I don't know. It is
I
painful.
keep getting games where they do that. Yeah.
But you can,
It's
use,
annoying,
you
mate.
can just
Game.
use your Microsoft login, I think, from memory.
Yeah, I think that's what I did.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't keep making you register shit when
Yeah, I
you
know.
just want to play.
It's-
games.
Yeah, honestly,
frustrating.
you're not missing out on much, mate. The game's okay at best, bro.
Yeah.
Well, Astro said it was his game of the year.
No, I didn't.
I did
Well, someone to play
I
it,
did jump
though.
in and had a couple of games with Ashtray. Yeah, I mean, we did pretty good.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. It's nothing like you don't have to be thinking too much when you're playing it. It's just a bit of fun, and it's just like a whole lot of dinosaurs coming at you, and you just got to shoot them all. It does advance, like I've said before. I'm on level 51, 52 now, and there's different things
Oh,
happening now.
damn.
The story has advanced a bit more, so there's more boss fights and stuff. So it does advance, but it is a little slow to take off. But yeah, it's okay. Like you said, man, because it's the same kind of maps. You're just going around the same areas. They just tweak it slightly. So yeah, it could have more content and more maps and things like that to make it better. But it is what it is.
Well, I might give it another go. If it's too much hassle registering and all that lot, I'm gonna just drop it. Can't be bothered. I'm not that fast into it. Whiskey's in chat. Whiskey's in chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
so
just
Discord
sent
link.
me where's the Discord, so he needs a Discord link, boys.
What? He's already been in here before.
He's been on there before.
Here we go. Invite people.
Yeah, he's there. Nice. Noob.
Noob.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should just be able to click in and join, man. Like you've been here before.
Yeah. You should click in. Jedi did it. Even Dauntless knows to do it.
Uh,
You're You're an idiot.
That says a lot about Risky.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Go on in, Ashtray. What you been doing? What you been playing? What you been up to?
Not a lot, just a little bit of Fortnite and a little bit of Exo Primal. That's really about it at the moment. I haven't been doing too much. In a bit of a gaming funk, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've gone for a bit of that.
You know,
I've had
I don't
a bit of
know.
a break from it.
I've heard that from quite a few different people lately. So it's just something. I don't know. It's a bit weird.
I think because gaming news has really dried up recently, and so sort of gaming, there's nothing really out, and I think everyone's really holding out for Starfield. There's just nothing.
How long now, mate?
There's not been anything interesting on for a while, really, game wise.
No, that's
Diablo maybe sort of perked everyone's interest, but that's about it.
I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed in October as well.
Yeah, I think. That's when
there's
all the big
so
games
much
drop
in October. It's just stupid, mate.
Yeah, this is like the calm before the storm, really, isn't it?
Yeah, is that gonna? When's the game of the year awards this year?
Hold on.
Is it?
We got to invite him, boys.
December.
Hold on.
Do we? Send another
Hold
one.
on. I'll try and find you, mate. Hold on.
It should. It's weird. Very strange.
Right.
Anyway, may as well continue.
Quick shout out to the chat then. Wait.
Yeah.
We're trying to get you an invite.
He's already on the server.
I deleted a bunch and I deleted delete. Oh, you've deleted me. That's why.
Oh, but it says mutual service and it's got your server here, Elite.
Yeah.
No results found.
Yeah.
See if we can grab him. Just
Risk
send me a message.
I'll send you a friend's
Send me a
request
message
and
on.
see if that works.
Risk it. Yeah, and then send me one. Right, so I'll just call a quick shout out to the chat while we got him here. Grey Mona in the chat. Thanks for joining us once again. Fuck you, the fraud. And we've got Riskit in the chat who's trying to get onto the panel. Please drop a like and share this out on Twitter. I mean X, if you could, guys. Is anyone actually calling it X? Is anyone running with that?
Oh, I hate that fucking name. It's so stupid, mate.
Yeah, not calling it X. It's Twitter. Regardless.
Right, so I'll just call a quick shout out to the chat while we got him here. Grey Monad's in the chat. Thanks for joining us once again.
Monad. And delete your audio died.
Hey, Risk.
G'day.
There he is.
There he is. So welcome Riskit, to the channel. Where you been? You was asleep.
No, I was waiting for the
POS.
Yeah, it said that you're part of the same server, so you should have been able to just click on general and jump in. No, I think his audio.
Oh,
I can't hear it.
He's got the Steam Deck out already. Yeah, look, I mean, I've been playing Remnant. So if any of you guys can't find the game to play, please pick up.
Who's that? What's happening?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Please pick up Remnant. It's a great game.
Is Riskit there? I can't hear anything. If he's speaking, I can't hear him.
Okay, can you hear Jedi?
Yeah.
Okay, you keep cutting him off.
Who?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I was just going to keep talking until Riska jumps in because obviously he's having some kind of issues. So, I was just going to say, I know that Starfield comes out in under a month now. Oh, actually, last night, very first time, I chucked on YouTube and I got my very first Starfield ad. And I was very, very happy about that because I don't think the marketing's really ramped up yet. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. I think it deserves it.
Starfield is going to be terrible. Bad.
It's actually our first. It's actually our first topic. We're going to discuss that. But let's first find out what Risky Poo's been playing. Risky, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? What are you doing?
Well, thanks for having me on the show. Sorry about the mess around. I was going through my hundreds of servers. I didn't realize what the PFP was, but great to be here. Thank you. I've been playing a bit of Remnant 2.
Oh my god,
Remnant 2, yeah, loving it. I've been working a shitload lately, so I haven't had a chance to play much, but But yeah, I've got a full week off now, so I'm just looking forward to not showering for a week and just finishing Remnant.
Right, excellent. I didn't play Remnant. I was meant to have played that, but I didn't. I thought it was in Game Pass. Oh, was it in Game Pass? It's not in Game Pass, is it?
No.
Unfortunately, it's not. But look, it's not full price either, Elite. I think it's like $50. It's a great game, mate. Honestly, I can't speak highly of it enough. It's a smaller game. Don't think to get blown away by the graphics. Everything's competent about it. If you played Remnant for the Ashes, which is in Game Pass or was in Game Pass, and you enjoyed that game, this is basically just more of the same.
Yeah. Oh fuck! You said delete your computer is making funny noises. I'm not sure what he's referring to. But we'll just roll with it. Right. So should we actually bounce onto our first topic?
Before we do, Elite,
go on.
You and Jedi need to fix your names up on the tags. Risk, do you know how to fix it? Because yours and mine are showing up fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't fix it on my side, mate, because I already checked my display name and it should be Jedi Knight Peter.
Yeah, so it's so you're just going to jump into whoever's Discord server it is can jump in and just nickname them whatever they want. So you can make something up for Jedi.
Okay, there you go. Lee.
Awesome.
He won't know how to do that, but
no.
Right. Let's have a look. You click on their name, and then you can click on the profile, and then you can change it there.
Yeah,
I believe
profile. Discord. The thing at the bottom where it has got a tick.
Anyway,
that.
Oh yeah, it's like listening to Pete try to upload a link to Twitter. Oh, which one do I press? It's just the picture.
Moron.
We know who you are. I don't know how to do it, and I don't want to waste more time doing it. Right, so. Before we bounce into the first topic, then, hello guys, welcome Otherzinc and Try Hard to the chat. Quick, if you could all share and shout out on Twitter, X, that'd be much appreciated.
Never heard of it.
So this never played it. Let's just bounce onto our first topic then, which is Starfield. We sort of touched on this before you got here, Riskit. Starfield's getting a lot of sort of hate recently due to I think it's Thingy's fault, isn't it? Kid Rock, no, not Kid Rock, the other one. Kids
Smoothie. Big Smoothie. Smoothie sort of generating sort of a bit of hate by saying like he's not. What did he say? I can't even recall. He said that something regarding the marketing. Oh no. He said they should sell to Apple, shouldn't he? Microsoft should sell to Apple, which is absolutely ludicrous. I don't think Apple could afford to buy Microsoft for a start. But then I think people started jumping on the bandwagon that Starfield's not getting enough marketing from that. And so what's your opinions on this? I'm going to go to Riskit because I think he's got quite a big opinion on this matter. So Smooth! No, I think that Apple should definitely buy Xbox. Yeah, they should buy everything. I'm a big Apple fan, and if we could combine Xbox and Apple, then I'm happy. That's my entire opinion. That was weird. I don't even know where this came from. Like, I don't know off the back of. I just started to see some people talking about Apple buy. Look, what's way more likely to happen is that Apple buys PlayStation. That's a way more likely scenario. I think someone was talking about that earlier, but Look. Smooth's all right. I don't mind Smooth, but I think there's been some serious changes in his life recently, especially with his podcast, and maybe that's affected his better judgment.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Hanging around too many ponies, after a while, they're going to start to try and brainwash you a bit, and certain bits will seep out, and that was one of them. So. It was a classic response though from King David. He goes, "He's something about revoking his status or taking his card away." Or
Xbox license.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was gold. So. But that was last week's news, Elite.
Yeah, well, no, the thingy was last week's news. Kid Gloves and what he said.
Kid Gloves,
but not. But this week has been the marketing thing, isn't it? The whole marketing Xbox isn't marking their games properly. They just need to be more like Sony, yada yada yada. We see nothing for Starfield and stuff. And on the back of that, we also then got the whole they're not doing a demo at Gamescom, so the Starfield should be delayed. It's going to release broken. That's why they're scared to show anything.
Is that the same Gamescom that Sony's not turning up to?
Yeah, Gamescom's not turning up at all to it.
Yeah,
so I'm going to assume that Sony should be delayed. The entire company should be delayed or cancelled based on their own logic. So yeah, what's your opinions on the marketing for Starfield? Firstly, risk it before we jump onto Jedi.
Oh, why it's not on the floor? Yeah, I just saw that pretty recently last night. So yeah, it's not strange at all. They're in their cramming mode, right? That's what every single developer would be doing this close to launch. They're probably still squashing bugs. Like, let's be brutally honest. Like, there's going to be bugs. It's a Bethesda game. But they have had a lot of time, but they're obviously still going through and trying to polish the game up to the best standard they can. They don't have time to attend a Gamescom and then put a demo on the floor. That's something that you do, like maybe a year out, maybe 6 months out, but that you would be absolutely cramming. That was just probably one of the dumbest takes I think I've ever seen. Zero thought went into that tweet. It was just. That was just stupid. I was like, that was an eye roll for me. Why? I don't know how you think that's a guy. This is the thing about if I'm going to be, look, this is the fucking thing about ponies is they put zero background thought into their bullshit tweets to try to stir up shit. If you're going to stir up shit, at least put a little bit of background thought into what you're going to say, so you've got some sort of defense when someone comes along with rational reason and thought. It was just absolute dumbassery. I didn't even bother. Like, I would normally retweet that stuff. I've been pretty busy lately, so I'd normally retweet, just quickly give it a quick destroy and move on. But yeah, no, that's just a waste. That was a waste of my time. Yeah, that was just too stupid.
It's just as usual. You get loads of run with it, and then some of the media sort of go with it. Yeah, I totally agree. The Gamescom, I think, is 2 weeks before the release of Starfield, and then. But on top of that, you also get to play the early access anyway, don't you? If you buy the game early, which is 5 days. So why would you need a demo 1 week? Basically, it breaks down to 1 week before the game releases. You wouldn't need a demo for that. So it's very much just a desperate grasp, I think, for just find any fault possible with Starfield. And we know it's going to release. It's going to have some bugs. Every game has bugs. Even these Game of the Year winners still have bugs. But that's what that's going to be looking for. They're going to purposely looking for these bugs so they can highlight. Oh, look, game's broken. It's trash. Jedi, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, look, not much, honestly. I don't think they generally show up to Gamescom, do they? So this isn't out of the ordinary. It literally comes out 2 weeks later. They would be bug fixing right now. I mean, up until the point of release. I've tried to find if it's gone gold, but I cannot find it yet. So I don't even think the game's gone gold yet. So look, I'm happy if they are fixing bugs up until the point of release. That's what I want them to do. I want the game to be as polished as it possibly can be when it's finally released, because the size of the game, there's still going to be bugs, and I just don't want it to be picked on. I don't want there to be any doubt, come Game of the Year time, that this is a contender. And I think it's, ponies just being ponies and drumming up a whole lot of nonsense.
Yeah, as always, mate. That's typical, and kind of like what Riska said. It's always baseless shit that has no substance to it anyway. So, but you're going to get that, especially from the media as well. They're going to be trying to pick on Starfield as much as possible. But we all know that as soon as it comes out, it'll be everywhere. It'll be talked about, clips up, videos up. People making videos about it, gameplay on shows. It'll be everywhere. It'll be massive, and that's really when the advertising's really going to kick in. So, no, Jedi, you said you saw an ad for the first time on YouTube. I did, which is good.
Last night.
Slowly starting to send some out. Yeah,
it was very, very short ad. I think it was one of those 10-second ads that you get on YouTube. It didn't really show much, but it's a start. I mean, I am the perfect demographic that they should be advertising to. You know, the amount of Xbox videos that I watch on YouTube, I should be getting those ads. But yeah, it was the first time I got one last night. I think it could have been done better, in all honesty. I don't think it was the best ad I've ever seen, but at least it was there.
Was it one of sort of a teaser trailer type of ad?
Yeah, it was a teaser trailer that showed a little bit. They didn't really show off the graphics that well. It had like, you know, like combat, and they showed a tiny little bit of combat. They showed space battles with a spaceship blowing up. You know, all in all, it didn't go for long enough to get a feel of it. But at least it was there.
At least it was there, exactly. And like I said, I reckon they're going to be advertising the shit out of it actually on launch, and from there going forward. That's where they're going to really get the hype, where people sort of go, oh shit, it's out now, I must get it, I've got to get it. And I think that's the plan more than anything else. I mean, look, even if that's not the case, we're all going to have it all over the place anyway, so it's going to build its own hype, and it's going to be talk of the town. Well,
it was the second highest selling game on Steam. Mm-hmm. So the word, and that's sort of pre-sales, so the word's already getting round. We've seen quite a lot of it at sort of what you call it, the Xbox showcase, and various. They're always dropping content on YouTube regarding it. And then it's going to make another appearance at Gamescom, I believe. I think they're doing another sort of deep dive into it at Gamescom, but not as long. I think it's only going to be about a 15-minute one. So yeah, but I reckon from Gamescom, that's when I think that if there is going to be, I think that's when they'll start pushing it. Just a week or two before the game launches, they'll just start launching, I think, all the real marketing for it. So
yep.
Honestly, I can't remember the last time I saw any ad for any Xbox game. So just the fact that it was there was good. You know, I love that. They should be marketing more. I don't think they do enough of it. I think this game could be, you know, the next big thing for Xbox. You know, what sells consoles. You know, akin to what Halo did originally. Bethesda are that big. I know 3 people that have purchased PCs specifically to, you know, get 60 FPS on this game. I think that's how big it is within the community, but we need to bring the casuals along with us.
Yeah, I reckon modders will probably get it to 60 in the first week, but
yeah, mate, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't see very many YouTube ads, Xbox ads on YouTube, I should say, either. But I think the boys hit it on the head on RDX the other day. They said, you know, it's probably more targeted to the PlayStation guys, because I tend to get a lot of PlayStation ads when I watch videos. So it's probably that counter offensive where they're probably sending it off to
Did you say PlayStation was offensive?
Yes,
it is. Yeah,
it is. I'm offended anyway. The look of the design makes me throw up every time I see it.
Has anyone? I've been watching. This is just a little bit off topic. I have to ask a question. I've been looking out for Panda on Banged Up Abroad. Has anyone seen her there?
Yeah.
I think she got arrested.
Well, what's that about? Women getting pregnant abroad? Is it?
That is not what it's about. No.
Oh,
that's a different one. That's on later at night.
That's a shock.
Banged Up After Dark.
Yeah. Spit roasted after dark. Anyway, okay.
From that one.
Yeah. we misread. Where is she? I love her.
You're an idiot.
Anyway, so that's another story. So I'm going to bounce straight on to the next topic then. Are we done with Starfield? And I think it's going to be fine. To be honest, I don't think this is going to. I think the marking will be there, and if it doesn't, I don't think I can't recall the last time I'd see any Bethesda games really advertised. Let alone Xbox. I've never known, like, I don't remember Skyrim's being advertised and stuff like that on TV or anything like that.
They did a little bit for Fallout 76 at the time.
Yeah, but I've never think Bethesda have been big. And as for Xbox, I think the biggest. I remember Halo 5 advertised slightly, but I think the last biggest one I ever see on TV was Titanfall, probably. Other than that, I've not really seen anything major on televisions and things.
Yeah, you don't like. I mean, over where you guys are, you probably get more of it, and even Ashtray and Jedi would probably get more advertising. In WA, the last ad on the side of a bus, on a bus stop, on anything, I think it was Gears 3. That's the last time I've ever seen any advertising for like proper big billboard advertising for an Xbox game. That's a long time ago. I mean, we could love Aaron. Aaron's an absolute champion, but like and I don't know if he handles this side of the marketing, but someone needs to get out there and handle that side of the marketing. They've gone digital too soon. People still walk around outside in the world. Like we're not, it's not Ready Player One just yet. Like they need to get out there and physically advertise these games. The Starfield, I thought would be that game that they would do the advertising. I don't see ads on YouTube. They probably are because I got the premium stuff, but they do need to step out and really push this game a lot more than they have. That's one massive letdown. I think something that has hurt Xbox for quite some time is that they're not doing that. They need to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Bathurst was on, I can't remember when. I think it was when Forza Motorsport 5 released, and Xbox actually had a car integrated in the race, and they got drivers from Germany, some of the best drivers in the world, come all the way down to Bathurst and, enter a car into, our biggest race, in Australia.
Was it just one or was it 9? Sorry, my bad. I just
and they actually did quite well. I was rooting for them. I think they finished in the top 5, which is amazing considering, the guys had never drove the track before.
That's delayed, wasn't it?
Curse the day you found that soundboard.
I can't recall. I'll tell you what Xbox does miss as well, which I don't know why they don't push more for, is the customized consoles. Why they didn't do a customized Starfield console.
Yeah, that's
I think they will
drop the ball massively.
You reckon they will?
They will. Yeah, I think they will. There's so many fan art. Definitely. I think you could do one a year after launch with that game. I think they will. I think they're definitely going to. There's so much fan art consoles. They've got to know that's something that would make bank. Look, I'd probably buy it because I don't know, like I was, when you make those stupid decisions, that you shouldn't make, but you do it anyway, and you're like, it'll be fine. So I picked up my Xbox Series X with one hand to move it to another room, but I decided I would leave my Astro A50s, like the dock plugged in, and I dropped the damn thing on the dock. So bent the USB. So I'm in the market for another Series X. So it still works. I just don't like it when things are slightly bent, so I'll switch it out. But I would definitely buy it. Like if one came through. I mean, I rarely buy the special editions of things. I didn't get the Halo one. Wasn't super interested in that. But Constellation, I've got that edition, and I will definitely, if they release one, get an Xbox. And I'm betting that I'm not alone on that. Yeah, I think Xbox is crazy. I think they'll do one. I think we see one come either on launch day or not long after.
Look, the possibility of launching one a year out from the actual launch date isn't a bad idea, and because then that keeps the hype going, doesn't it? Yeah. And people would still buy it. So they could do it. It's not something that they've ever done in the past, though. So I don't really think that they would. But you never know. They've had an extra year to polish the game up, so they've had an extra year to really organize and make one. So I don't know, man. If they haven't done one now, I can't really see one happening. But hey, you never know. I'd get one anyway.
You do never know.
It would be cool.
Other thing just said, Xbox has been marketing since before E3 2023. Then a 48-minute Starfield special, the Starfield controller, Starfield headset, Starfield watch.
Honestly, not a week goes by that you don't make my eyes roll. I love you, Zink. You're amazing, but you don't need to do absolutely not everything that Xbox does is perfect. All right, it's okay if they don't do one thing. Great, it's going to be okay. I'm giving you a mental hug.
Right, so I'm going to move on to the next
topic. Doing the duck noises. Come on.
I'm going to move on to the next topic now.
Fucking hell.
So, Discord on Xbox will soon let you stream your gameplay to friends. So Discord friends can now help you solve challenges or boss battles by watching your live Xbox gameplay. So you can basically be playing Xbox and then stream it straight to Discord. So it's going to be basically just like Twitch, I imagine now. So they're just trying to sort of steal the thunder under Twitch, aren't they? What do you think of this? What's your impressions of this? I'm going to start with Jedi this time. Jedi, what do you think about Discord and being able to?
Yeah, I love it, mate. Honestly.
Yep, there he is.
Who's doing it? Oh, what?
Yeah, I love it. Any time that, there's more than 16 people in the party, especially on Halo nights, we run into issues, and just the ease of use of getting into Discord makes it better. The fact that you can live stream straight onto Discord now, one click of a button, just makes it easier. The quality of the audio actually is a lot better on Discord as well, that I've noticed. So yeah, just the integration of the UI, how simple it is to use, all points in the right direction for me personally.
Will you use the feature though, Jedi, to stream gameplay?
No, I don't stream my games, mate. It's not typically something that I do. I'm not against it, but it's just not something that I do.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I don't know how well it's going to work upon launch. I've noticed a few things, like when they first brought Discord to Xbox, that it was sort of gimped and you had to sign up through the app, and it was sort of cumbersome to really get it working, but they then has since fixed it. They're saying in the article here that it's a one-way stream, so you still won't be able to view streams from friends who are broadcasting on Discord. So you're like, well, okay, kind of pointless a little bit. So
yeah,
I'll still try it out and just see what it looks like, but I don't know. Unless they get it working the way things should work, then I don't know if people are really going to use it.
Yeah, if it works like Twitch but better, that's what I'm hoping. It's just going to be.
I don't think it's going to out of the box though.
No.
Does it stream? I don't think it streams to like a platform. I think you can just stream to within your Discord server, and people can sort of watch it. But just going back to what Pete said, if you have ever seen or played with Pete, then you know why he won't stream his games.
I don't want to put the rest of the people I'm playing with to shame, especially when I'm playing with you, bro. I don't want to make you look bad.
What would Red say right now?
Can't hear you. You better leave. You better leave and maybe come back in an hour. I did. Yeah, this is the only serviceable thing I could think of for this is like if you're stuck somewhere and you want someone to show you where to go, or you want to like work out a secret, or like, hey, what do I do with it? I don't know. I'm not a massive Discord user. This is sort of, I mean, this doesn't really work for a lot of things. You can't stream it to YouTube. You can't stream it from
anywhere, really.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good to have extra features, which is cool. And the full integration of Discord into Xbox would be cool if they eventually just made it so that Xbox parties were like Discord, and everything was linked to Discord. That would be great. That's obviously going to grow your Discord base, because I mean, at the moment it's mostly PC, right? So I think it's a good idea, and if that's the direction that they're going in, that's I think a perfect direction to go in. But for this, I was just a bit like, yeah, like cool, but yeah, I agree with you, Ashtray. I don't think it's going to be running sweet, especially in the alpha skip head, because apparently it's available there now. And I think
you died.
Yeah, you cutting in and out, bro.
After. Yeah, that's probably my Wi-Fi. I'll sort that out. I'll get it.
Or do you have a noise gate on? Maybe.
No, I don't. I don't got no noise gate on.
Okay.
Delete elite hashtag.
The Discord
Where's he gone?
The Discord thing, I think I've mentioned it when it first sort of came out. This is kind of beside the actual topic, but related sort of, is that this is like a preemptive for the integration with Xbox, PC, and mobile players, that they can all talk back and forth amongst each other. So you're not just dedicated to talking to people within the Xbox console ecosystem. And I think besides the fact that you got larger parties that you can have on Xbox, it's to be able to get other people involved from other platforms. And so this is just the beginning anyway. So look, things will evolve with Discord. The streaming thing might open up further outside of the ecosystem, but we'll see. I won't I'll look at it and probably won't even use it, honestly. Elite, you don't have any friends to show gameplay to, so you won't use this either.
I'm the only one with a YouTube channel with content on that has gameplay on it. Go away.
Touche. But does anyone watch it?
Actually, yes. Does anyone watch yours?
No.
Don't start because we've got your mate in the chat right now. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Definitely check it out because I mean, hopefully it's on sort of the same sort of level or close enough to Twitch because I don't like Twitch. Just don't like it. So it would be good just if you could just run a game, play a game, and it just comes up on your thing and people can just watch it. That's what I'm hoping it's kind of like. But
so explain to me how it works. Yeah. So right now you just put it and it streams straight into your Discord server, and what from that server, then you can then distribute it out to other avenues like YouTube, for example.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and then you just share that server. I assume that's how it's going to work.
You assume, huh?
Yeah, I assume a lot of things.
Yes,
I'm going to assume.
What they say about assumptions, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. What they say
makes Elite look like a spastic. Anyway.
Right, you can't use that word. Actually, don't listen to the chat. You can.
I just did. I'm Australian.
Yeah.
We can say whatever the fuck we want.
So what was I going to say? Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be nice and interesting to go have a look at it. But I might set up myself up on Twitch anyway. I'm going to wait and see for Starfield. So, and also my mates, I mentioned it a while back. My mate's going to get rid of his PlayStation 4, and I might ask if I can have it. So I might.
Why? So you can sell it?
Give that. Yeah. What do I sell it for? I don't get anything for it these days. Actually, no, I can play all PlayStation's games, even the next gen's games on it, can't I? So, yeah, I probably.
Yeah, I've still got my PlayStation 4. I don't think I'll get rid of it, mate.
Why'd you need a PlayStation 5? Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll keep hold of it. I might have to say I can have it, just buy some games for it and try it God of War out and do some videos and stuff on those. Give my opinions on them. My unbiased opinions.
I'm keeping my. Apart from Conan?
What's that? Sorry.
You're gonna play something apart from Conan?
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it, bro.
Yeah. I want someone to play with me.
PlayStation 5 until I've got until Spider-Man comes out, and then after that, I cannot see a reason to keep it. Like there's literally no reason for me to keep it. Like I don't get. So when's Wolverine? That's the next game, right? But after Spider-Man, there's literally nothing. So I don't know. I will probably sell it. I probably won't get much for it. I don't think I'll.
Especially if the mid-gen refresh comes in.
Yeah,
I think you might as well just
there
buy
are,
that.
There are
What's the point of buying the PlayStation 5?
There are uses for it though. There's a paperweight, a doorstop, a tray table. You could eat your food on.
It's too ugly to be used as a doorstop, bro.
Yeah, a bit messy. It's bigger than the door.
Okay, use it as a door.
Well, yeah, and use the door as the doorstop. So I'm going to move on to the next topic, which is, let's have a look. We've got a next topic here. He's still chuckling to himself.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
And what's this game playing hi-fi? What's the game called?
You gonna call it Hi-Fi Rush?
No, High on Life.
Yeah, I was gonna call it Hi-Fi Rush.
High on Life.
High on Life. Yeah, God, it makes me want to go back to it. It's such a great game.
Well, the DLC's coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
We're expecting that to come out pretty soon.
Download. Will you be able to play the DLC if you haven't finished the game, or will it force you to finish like a 3-hour long campaign with some of the worst writing ever in an RPG? Before you hang on, are we talking about the same game? I was thinking about Horizon.
Oh, Bo,
playing Ghostwire Tokyo.
To play,
God damn it!
Keep your PlayStation 5. Stellar Blade.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. I love. Yeah.
2 really good reasons to play that game.
What's that?
Yeah. And 2, you don't need to play the game for the 2 really good reasons. So yeah, it's just a.
True.
I've been saying. Oh, we've got Bulba.
Stop it.
Bulba in the chat. Oh.
Stop it.
Right. What's wrong? Bulba. So.
Idiots.
I'm going to move on because I'm looking forward to this topic. 'Cause it's quite funny. I think we can all have a chuckle. Are we all ready to chuckle?
Yeah.
So.
Are you ready to laugh?
Square Enix operating income down by 78% despite Final Fantasy 16 release. Well done, Square. You've murdered yourselves. So
people
Square
get
Enix...
really pissed about this game. They get really like honest. I've noticed the even with the Final Fantasy 14 sort of posts that people get really emotional about Final Fantasy 14. So I guess if you like, so what I've sort of the realization that I've come to is if you do like Final Fantasy, then you're a little bitch. No, that's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I've been told they're the worst kind of fans, Final Fantasy fans. They're really like hardcore weird.
It's nuts. And they don't have any.
Never played it. Never enjoyed it.
But yeah, I remember trying one years ago, and I just couldn't get into it. I love anime. I've been watching anime since I was a toddler, but the Final Fantasies are just far too sort of you don't really get anime, then you get sort of really, I find it immature anime, far too cartoony and sort of just not up my street at all. But then I like MMOs, so I'm definitely gonna give Final Fantasy 14 a shot because and it's meant to be a really good MMO apparently. So I'm gonna definitely have a look at it and see how it goes and see what it's like and what you can do.
Look, but do you like? So hang on a minute. So you like anime but Final Fantasy doesn't do it for you?
No. I don't think there is any anime of games that I actually like.
Why? Why is that? Too hard for you?
Because they're just too cartoony. They're sort of. I like more the I don't know. I suppose mature anime.
Are you talking about you're more of a manga sort of a guy?
I suppose so. Yeah.
So I don't mind a little bit of. I don't know if it's manga. If you're an Aussie, it's manga. If you're anywhere else, it's manga.
It's manga.
But like manga. I don't mind that. That's okay. I can watch that stuff. But like anime just does not do it for me at all. Like I just cannot get into it.
It's a bit mixed bag. Very mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean, so much so I didn't even watch. I think it's Into the Spider-Verse. I hadn't watched Into the Spider-Verse recently, and I was just like chasing. I don't think that's anime. I don't think that counts as anime, but that's how much of a disdain I have for it. So I was like, nah, that seems too much like anime. I'm not going to watch that. And then I did like trying to find something for the young fella to watch. So I put it on. Really, really good. So I mean, sometimes my bias against anime stops me from watching some good stuff. But I don't know. Did you guys get a chance to play Final Fantasy 16? Watch Final Fantasy 16 and press the buttons.
Watch it for 2 hours and then
I mean, that's what Final Fantasy games are like. They're not my cup of tea either. This wasn't a big announcement to me, but when you watch the reaction of that guy on Twitter, I don't know what the hell his name was, and he was passionate about it, and he started crying about it. That to me shows that Xbox is on the right direction. So although it's not my cup of tea and it's not something that I would probably play, because it's an MMO, you're going to have to delve your life into it. I'd rather play Elder Scrolls Online. I think it's good for Xbox as a whole.
Xbox as a whole? We've actually got that guy on the show, on our show on Xbox Infinite. Shameless plug. Next up. So I'm sort of interested to get sort of interested to get his background take on how because me and Pete were talking about this, have you ever been so Like that's happiness. That's pure joy.
It was, isn't it?
Like it was just absolute joy, right? Have you ever been that happy about anything? And I've had 4 kids, like, and every time one of them was born, I did not get that happy.
That's
so
why.
I am,
especially by the last one, you're like meh, didn't you?
yeah. I don't think I even turned up. I didn't even turn up.
I name him 4. Number 4.
Not even with the use of recreational, help, I have been that happy, like, ever. So, yeah, I mean, kudos to him. I'm happy that he's that passionate about anything, but I just don't think I've ever felt like that about something, especially not something like Final Fantasy.
What are your sex lives like? Must be, he's like that emotional during sex.
I could only imagine it's probably something like this.
That's a question for you guys. I reckon it's more like this.
I probably won't ask. I don't think I'll ask that.
What I'm more interested about is the actual, like now that they've got a new CEO, now that Square's got a new CEO, I'm looking forward to the other things that they're going to start coming out. Like, so no longer are we going to, I know it's not the best game to point out, but Forspoken, is no longer going to be an exclusive to PlayStation, things of that nature. I think that'll stop happening now.
You're not saying that they're going to do an Xbox version of Forspoken, are you? You're not. That's not what you're saying.
I hope not. I hope not.
You're saying in the future, the Forspokens of the future will come to Xbox. So basically, they're making the Xbox console worse.
Damn.
Forspoken could have been a really good game. It just from what I saw,
it was made by Square Enix. That's any problem.
Yeah.
Whoever it's made by.
And now they've lost their Western division. How many good games are we going to get out of them? I mean, I still think that, like I said, if they're not for me, but the people that love those games love them like completely, and we are starved for Japanese content on the Xbox console. So I do see it as a good thing overall.
When did the new CEO take over? Does anyone know which month it was?
Couple of weeks back, I believe.
Only a few weeks ago. So yeah, look, they've obviously seen all this stuff internally and gone, this guy needs to go because he's shit. We need to get him replaced. The writing was on the wall. This is proof of it. The fact that one game didn't prop them up tells you that there's massive internal issues that they've got to rectify. And part of that problem is trying to be exclusive to PlayStation, who, let's be fucking real, yeah, they sell consoles, but they don't sell games. So they need to open their shit up to every other ecosystem out there, including Xbox, who will buy games. Maybe not the Japanese style in big volumes, but other games we will. So yeah, they're about this is all just culminating into a bigger, better partnership for them and Xbox. In my
Do you think
opinion.
he was hedging his bets on? I mean, I think a lot of people thought this. I thought they were hedging their bets on Sony acquiring them. I think that there was a bit of a hedge in bets there.
Maybe
based on MBGs. Yeah.
Who?
What was his name? MGB.
I used to go to MGB's podcast. It used to be not that bad until he started trashing and saying that the PlayStation 5 was going to have RDNA 3 and just that type of nonsense. I actually didn't mind his podcast, but he's turned out to be like on the level of crap gamer.
If you go back,
and his
Jedi, if you go back now, say 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and look at his pro Xbox content, you'll still cringe. Trust me. It might have seemed all right at the time, but you'll pick up the nuances of that fanboyism in his shit.
What really got to me is the chat. So I would go in there and say things like, PlayStation 5 doesn't have full RDNA 2 features. The things we learnt, and the amount that the chat attacked me just didn't make me want to be in that podcast anymore. And there was a lot of crossover. So people that watched RDX did watch MGB, and vice versa. And so there was a lot of people that I did speak to like that, cross-party lines. Because, at the end of the day, I wanted to get gaming news on PlayStation. I didn't mind him. But, yeah, I mean, I just don't find that in Xbox podcasts. Like, you can get in there and, yeah, there'll be a little bit of back and forward. But generally, everyone's quite, reserved and respectable. But, yeah, not on that podcast.
Did you ever ask why he had tiny teeth?
Is it? Hang on. Does he have tiny teeth or massive gums?
So what was your name when you were in that podcast? Was it Jedi Knight Pony? Or was it Jedi Nay Peter? What was
Pony Pete?
Jedi Nay Peter.
Oh,
that one's actually stuck. Yeah, I don't know who came up with that one, but it is actually pretty fucking smart. I'll give him that.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
So
and
True, 100%
right,
true.
where's my? I've lost my little. Oh shit!
You always have a little elite.
I never watched MBG. I do lurk. Do you know whose podcast I lurk in and just for shits and gigs?
God,
what's his name? He's from that horrible country, United Kingdom. What's his name? He's just an absolute muppet. Woolly Gamer.
Oh
man,
you don't go onto his podcast.
I hover in that podcast and I listen, and just the absolute nuts I have heard is just hilarious. Like one of them was about, it turned into how it is like some sort of conspiracy theory, like linked with the government and Microsoft, and how they were trying to like sort of take over the gaming industry, so that because it was linked to drone strikes, so they wanted to like get the gaming contracts and then they could get contracts with the government so that then they could create drones that were flown with controllers. Honestly, the absolute craziness, the fucking rabbit holes that they go down is just for entertainment value. There's none better. Like to laugh at someone, that's the place to do it.
Well, he insists to do that, so.
You'd know, wouldn't you, Elite?
Yeah. No, I've heard him say stuff like, I think I've done a video on one of it, where he said about Microsoft, instead of spending the 70 billion, they could have instead solved world hunger with the money instead. They could have just done that. Because that's what it takes, 70 billion apparently, just to end world hunger. Or they could have built 9 bridges.
9 bridges, huh?
Or they could have bought all of their employees a glass coffin, and they could all sleep in it with oxygen tents and stuff.
Yeah, I like the 9 bridges one. It was weird that you just said they could have built these 9 bridges.
Or they could build everyone. They could get everyone in the world a pizza.
Ooh.
Yeah,
like
they could have done that.
Their choice.
I could do some pizza.
I could have done that.
So many things they could have done. Microsoft was so selfish.
Yeah, absolutely.
How dare they?
But,
who doesn't want a pizza?
Yeah, exactly. And they just sent it, and they could, 70 billion. You probably could have sent it to everyone as well. Probably could have Uber Eats pizza to everyone in the world.
Yeah,
selfish.
I want some pizza now.
That'd have been incredible if they went down that route or route.
Off topic. I got to have you ever wanted to punch your Uber driver in the face? Like I got a
always driving,
and the dude. The fucking dude must have put my pizza. She's not on Banged Up Abroad. She's here. He must have carried my pizza sideways, dude. What I got wasn't a pizza. It was a rolled up mess of shit in the corner of a pizza box. I just honestly I couldn't believe. It's like the dude's never eaten a pizza in his life and didn't know how to carry it.
It sounds like he ate your pizza and took a dump in your box.
That's what it looked like, dude. That's what it looked like. I've never gotten a full refund from Uber before, but I sent in a complaint and they're like, "Is it edible?" And I sent them a picture and they didn't even respond. They just gave me a full refund.
Oh. Well, Jedi Knight's gone for a poo at the moment, but we've got Red Dead Panda in the chat. Reddy poos. We thought you was getting banged up somewhere. She's just woken up after a sesh.
She's on the floor of her cell after being
How is the Bangkok Hilton? Is it good?
Yeah.
Whereabouts is she? Where are you, Panda? Are you
I think she's gone to Spain.
To Spain.
Espanol?
She's in Asia right now.
Yeah.
Arriba.
Yeah,
Spain is nowhere near Asia. How the fuck did she get to Spain?
Because at least being an idiot.
Yeah. On Ibiza. 3 months. Ibiza. No.
Oh, that is a place.
It is, but it's still nowhere near
story.
Asia.
It's not, or isn't it?
Well, it's on the same planet, if that counts.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It should do. It doesn't count. See that guy that was so
He's
sad
back from
about
his poo.
the Grand
How
Canyon
was your
leads
poo?
to Africa. Oh, he's had a poo. No, he's not. He's still pooing. Oh no, he's finished pooing.
Morons.
Yeah. God damn it.
Did you wash your hands, Pete, before you went and plop plop?
I feel sorry for the two people that are watching right now.
delivered from Menulog. That's what I got. See,
Oh,
I couldn't even have time to go get milk for a coffee this morning. That's how much I wanted to be on this show. But you know,
you had a
keep
cheeky
going and I'll
you,
just wait.
you went off for a cheeky wank.
Yeah,
That's what you got.
really quick one.
Yeah, quickly turned on the PlayStation, put Pornhub on.
Yeah.
Put on the PSVR.
Red's the wild lady of Borneo at the moment. She's in Borneo, so there we go.
Malaysia,
Hope you're
Borneo.
enjoying
Oh,
it,
you're in
Ready
Borneo.
Poo Bums. Remember to shout out. Just shout out wherever you are now. Just shout out about our channels on Now We're Live, and just tell people. Just walk out into the foyer and just tell people we're live and tell us to join them.
Actually, be careful while you're over there, because that country can get a little bit wild in places. I got to tell you, they don't specifically like to see ladies with a bit of skin happening. So I hope you're skinless.
What?
Skinless. What was that called? Being flayed? Not souffled, flayed. Well, they take your skin off.
Filleted in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Malaysia in Malaysia.
Anyway, we can only blame Sony for this, can't we? Isn't it Sony's fault? Sony keeps closing down studios by making their games exclusive, and then they keep going under because they keep going bust. So Square Enix really, or I suppose only themselves to blame, really. Stop making exclusives, you stupid C words.
Twats.
Can't.
Is that does that hurt them that bad though?
Yeah.
Like really? Do you think that's it?
If you go into the
that's
link,
one
it shows
thing?
you how much money they're losing. Yeah.
So, but is that the one? Could being on Xbox turn that around? Hang on a minute. So are they on PC as well? That's the thing. If you can buy an Xbox PC, then absolutely. Like, but I don't think being on Xbox is gonna turn them around. I think if they like realistically, let's be honest, if they stop making shit games, then they'll start making some money. If they knew what a good game was, I mean, they sold off their Western studios. They sold off the Tomb Raider IP. Like that's okay. So when you bring back a franchise, this is the thing with Tomb Raider that sort of was a bit crazy to me. So each time they released a new next Tomb Raider, it actually did better than the last one, except I think for the last one. But that's an IP that you build on. That's like a God of War. That's you know, and it already had like you know, obviously fans who are our age. You already had us. You just needed to get the new guys. You know, the casuals who are younger.
Yeah,
that's an IP. Yeah, that's an IP you don't ever sell off. Like that was the dumbest. Like I'm glad they did, but that was like one of the dumbest things they've ever done. Like I was absolutely astounded, and I'm pretty sure we talked about before. I think Pete, we like early on we talked about how they would never get rid of like Tomb Raider because that'd be stupid, and then they did it. This is the thing. Like hopefully this new CEO who's come in has got a half a brain, because the other guy just made some absolutely astounding decisions that just didn't make any fucking sense. Other than if you were trying to tank the publisher or get rid of the publisher, and make it like, because that was a thought that I had, is like maybe they're just purposely. And I know you guys can swear on here, so I'm going to say fucking everything up on purpose so that they could like drop the price, so they could sell the damn thing off and move on. Square astounds me. They're almost at that platinum level for me, because I won't touch a platinum game. I don't care how good it is. It'll be the best game ever made, and I will not touch a platinum game.
Yeah, so they've gotten rid of the IP now, the Tomb Raider IP, which was gold. They've got rid of Crystal Dynamics. You know, they've got rid of their three best studios. It was in what's that one?
Or was it Tencent or the other one?
No. And the guys that made Saints Row.
That game was trash.
I can't think of it. But they're buying up a whole lot of studios. I forget the name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But, like, so how do you fix that? Like, because they've gotten rid of that Tomb Raider IP. They've gotten rid of their three best studios, Crystal Dynamics, Eidos, and I can't remember the third one off the top of my head either.
Embracer.
So I just don't.
Embrace
Yeah,
it,
Embracer. That's it. I don't know how you rebound from that. Like, what does the CEO have to work with now? The only thing that I still see with Square is they have a very good mobile department, and mobile games are just making money hand over fist.
Yeah.
It's console gaming where they've really like dropped off in quality.
Yeah. But as you said, though, Square Enix have been dropping the ball a lot recently. Their games are trash. What they've made, the Avengers game they've made quite a lot of games that just really just fell short, like badly short, haven't they? And just died. They made Babylon Fall, didn't they? Did they make Babylon Fall? That PlayStation exclusive that absolutely died. I think it only had like 2 people play it.
Yeah, Babylon's, yeah.
One of them
But they have been dropping the ball. Maybe that's
Red Dead.
why their voices have been so low lately, because they've been dropping the balls. But I was just looking up the sales, and funnily enough, like one of the first things that I sort of see is like the lucrative Tomb Raider lucrative. I think over its entire lifetime, like Tomb Raider as an IP has pulled in about 1.2 billion. That's nothing to sneeze at. I know that some games do, like COD did 1 billion in its first week. That's just a constant moneymaker. It's going to turn like a Tomb Raider. The first one sold about 14.5 million copies. Like that's nothing to sneeze at. Why would you sell that fucking IP? I just don't get it. I mean, I'm glad they did it, but as a business, it's one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Yeah. Honestly, I think Square does need to sell off. I mean, if the CEO brings them back and they actually start making some decent games, then I'll be down.
Yeah, they're definitely just focusing on the Eastern market now. And I mean, look, they've still got some great IPs that sell really well in that marketplace. They don't sell very well in the West, but Final Fantasy 16 is selling really, really well. Games like Kingdom Hearts, what else? Dragon Quest, those type of games are always going to do really, really well in the East. So I just don't think it means anything to me because I don't play any of those games. Those games aren't good to me.
Yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 is a great movie, I have to say.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I've never been interested in that. That's the one where it's all Mickey Mouse and stuff, isn't it? Kingdom Hearts thing. Yeah, zero interest. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but it sells well, Elite. Yeah, like so. Although it's not something that we're gonna play, mate, it does sell very well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what will sell very well. Hasbro wants Xbox to bring back Activision's Transformers games via Game Pass. It said.
Yes, Hasbro want money.
Yeah,
basically.
And are we happy for that though?
Why not?
Do we want to give Hasbro money? So, what's your opinions on this then? Yeah, Hasbro wanting to bring in Transformers to Game Pass hopefully in the form of new games, not just backwards compatibility old games. So go on, risk it. What's your opinion on this then? Transformers games. Would you like to see a Transformers game?
I'm going to Fonzify my answer on this one. I don't care for it, to be honest.
Transformers
I honestly don't give a. I don't. Transformers has never been a thing for me for probably since I was a kid. So I mean, if they do and it's a good game, that's great. But I don't see them doing it. I don't see them putting Beanox up to another Transformers. Apparently, it was really good. I never played it, to be honest. It just doesn't do it for me. And I think Transformers is not one of those IPs. Again, it's like a lot of people say to me with Indiana Jones, I don't really like to accept it, but it's probably true. It's something that the older guys sort of get into, and not all of them, because I don't. So I don't know if there's a huge market for Transformers. I don't know if there's a huge market for Transformers. It'd be cool to see it. I'm not saying all bad, but I do not care for it.
I would actually like to see a Transformers game, but if they changed it up a bit, I think Coalition would make an interesting Transformers game. Other than that, I'd like to see a Transformers game, but in the style of like Titanfall, where you're sort of inside it and then you're playing it like that, so it's more like a mech.
Now I have something against it. Like if you're using the Coalition to make a Transformers game, then I'm not happy. Like Coalition is make. No,
I can make other games. Just for the sort of the graphics and the story and that. If they went down that kind of route, but otherwise, I'd like to see a Transformers game sort of done in the same vein as sort of Titanfall, and you're sort of more like a mech and that, and then which can transform into a car, and from that perspective, so like first person perspective, I think that'd be cool. And then imagine you all remember Titanfall. Imagine then you're fighting and playing against other Transformers, and then you could just transform into cars, and skit around the map, and then transform back into the robot and fight.
So you just want a Titanfall 3 with cars, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Who doesn't want to love Titanfall 3?
No, see, well, yeah, Titanfall was an awesome game, but this needs to be more of an open world type of thing, I think, anyway. And you could switch.
You can't make it open world.
Why not?
Yeah. You can. We can. That's what I mean. I've been in the same vein as Titanfall, as if the mechs and you're fighting and sort of like a FPS / mech game. But you can make it sort of open world, yeah. Unless you're thinking like fully sort of open world or more like MMO kind of thing.
Nah,
I could see what you could do with it. I could
plenty of opportunity.
Yeah. So like you obviously everything they could transform into absolutely anything, right? You can transform into jets, you can transform into cars, you can transform into trucks, you can transform into planes, you can transform in automobiles. Like you can transform into anything, right? So there's heaps of sort of like opportunity for upgrades and making stuff a little bit Metroidvania-ish, where you can't like reach certain things like in Jedi until you've got a specific sort of transformer and you can transform into that to get up there, or all that sort of stuff. I get it, but yeah, if you're gonna bring back IPs, it's not my top of the list. There's plenty of other IPs I would love to see come back before that. Like within the Activision universe and their studios, I would like to see them bring back. I'd like to see Toys for Bob do Ori. I was in Xbox 2 a little while ago.
Did you just make that game up?
Ori. Are you serious?
Oh, Ori. I thought you were saying else. Oh, right, okay.
Oreos.
Oh,
yeah,
Oreo.
Toys for Bob.
What game was this?
Toys for Bob. He's confused. If Toys for Bob did like an RE3, that'd be. There's plenty of, and Beanox, they've done plenty of. Like Beanox was involved in Guitar Hero, so I think they made Guitar Hero. They're a different name, had a different name of the studio or something, but they did make Guitar Hero. So I mean, if you're going to bring back an IP that's going to like pump out cash, print money, that's got to be the one, right? Ain't no Transformers.
Yeah. Options are good
though. Like
right?
in terms of the Transformers older games, I think they're just too old now. So we're talking about what mid to early 2000s. So I think they had a couple of movie tie-ins made by High Moon Studios. I didn't play them. I think Platinum Games had a go at it as well. I don't know. I just don't think that they would do very well. Although, put them in Game Pass and see how they go. And I think that Transformers isn't as big as it was when, Megan Fox was in those movies. So that's probably when you probably wanted to bring back the IP. There is a new Transformers movie coming out, if I'm not mistaken. It's not something that I'm really interested in anymore. Yeah. I heard it was okay as well. But is that going to translate over to games? Typically what happens with these games is they just don't do very well. Do I think that they could make a good Transformers game? Hell yeah. If they concentrated on, there's some awesome characters. I would love playing Optimus Prime, playing Megatron, playing Ironside, playing Jazz. These are cool characters that I grew up with. Do I think the Coalition should do it? Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're elite.
Definitely not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who do you think should make it then?
Who cares? Anybody, really.
Oh.
Xbox has so many different
I think they could make
teams that they could choose from to make it, other than Coalition.
The Transformers is a big name, and you could make a lot of money. The Transformers, they keep making the films, even though they're not very good, because they make so much money. They make so much money as movies. Because Transformers is still massive. Around. Who?
Enox, Toys for Bob.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
Speaking of big names, Speaking of big names, just completely off topic, I had someone sort of start with us at work the other day, and this is not related to video games, but he had a big name. His name, and I'm not making this up, his name was Gagging Deep. I'm not gonna say that we didn't have a bit of a jolly laugh. We call him G.
Are you doing this show standing in front of a brick wall by any chance?
I can find one. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that in. I didn't want to derail the show. Just saw that. That's his name. I'm not even kidding. I can prove it to you. I will send you a picture of the employee folder. I won't do that because that's doxing people, and we don't do that.
Do that on Twitter.
That's a late statement.
Like that. Gagging Deep.
Oh fuck! All right.
Unfortunate.
I think we're done.
Yeah, we've got any more topics you want to go? We want to cover? Or are we done here? It's just very quiet at the moment. News is very pooey. It's very dull. We need a game to release like Starfield.
Week, mate.
It is.
I mean, look, the only thing that I would mention is QuakeCon is coming up soon, and so just get your guys like what do you want to see out of QuakeCon? I mean, I love that whole studio.
So Pete, I have to bring it up. Do we have to bring it up? We have to bring it up. So Pete, where is QuakeCon being held? Just out of interest, like where are they holding QuakeCon?
I believe it's at the Gaylord Convention Center in Texas. So Elite, you'll fit in perfectly there, mate.
That's not even a joke. It is literally at the Gaylord Convention Center. I don't know who named that. I don't know what they were thinking. And to put that convention center in Texas is just asking for trouble. But like, there's a lot of guns in Texas. There's a lot of people that be slightly backwards, you know. Maybe that's deep south. But
oh my
god, we have descended into madness. Yeah. Sorry, Pete.
We've been in madness.
No. So it's the first time that QuakeCon's been live again for 3 years. People didn't know if it was ever going to come back. It was kind of an E3 situation, but it's another bring your own computer event at the Gaylord Convention Center. But I would love to see something about maybe Indiana Jones, something about Quake. That would be amazing. I don't think we'll get that, but that would be fucking cool if we did.
I just want to say,
Ganger in
denial. I was saying Ganger in denial. It just so happens it's got the name Ganger. In denial. Ganger Deep is a legit name. Come across one at work over a few years ago. So it is a legit name.
Gagging Deep.
Yeah, it absolutely is legit. And he did come across one. So that's also true. We know Ganger. He hangs out with us in parties, man. He's a good guy, good friend. Yeah, this is actually a pretty interesting one, right? Because you're talking about QuakeCon, and we know that ID at Xbox is going to be there. I'm just wondering, what are they going to be wearing? They're going to be there. Sorry, not ID at Xbox. id will be there. And they haven't released a game for a while. So I'm thinking we might get an announcement, and I'm hoping that we see Quake. It's been a
new Quake.
Yeah, that's
a new Quake. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's what they're making. Although they haven't said they're making that, they said that they're not going to be making another Doom, which is really a shame. I mean, Doom Eternal is one of the best games ever made. I loved it. And they did say that they were going to be bringing back an old IP. And what else is there? I mean, they've done Doom now. They've done Wolfenstein now. I mean, like the only thing that you've got after those two literally is Quake. I mean, they're going in order. They brought back Wolfenstein first, then they brought back Doom, and now, everything points to them doing Quake. I would fucking love that. Gothic architecture, first-person shooter. I hope they introduce single-player experience like what they did with Doom. I know Quake was typically just a multiplayer game, but wow, if they brought some single-player into that, man, I'm there.
Yeah, the nail gun. Do you remember the old nail gun that used to like thump out nails? And it was like the original multiplayer. I think it was like one of the first games that
it was.
When
when I first started, when we first went online, because I was actually around when there was no online, and then we sort of switched to online gaming. Quake was really the first online FPS sort of shooting game.
An Unreal Tournament. Blew up.
And because it was they've been experienced before.
Yeah, like I was it was also a time where like games started to demand more of PCs, right? Because I just remember trying to play Quake and it was just tanking my computer. It would just freeze and drop out and shit. And yeah, like I think it was like sort of the birth of like first person shooter multiplayer games. Like it was the foray. So I'd love to see it come back. I'd love them to bring a multiplayer that rivals COD. I think they could if there's a studio that can do that, it's them. So it'd be pretty.
It is undeniable.
There was loads of variants of Quake as well. I remember playing there's a game called Action Quake, where you sort of you start and you could get to pick two pieces of equipment, and I think one was a pair of shoes which is silent, so you walk silently. One was a silencer or body armor. You get to pick. There's about 10 items, but you can only pick two, and then you will fight each other. But my favourite one was, what was it called? It was called something Quake. You choose two superpowers. Your characters, you'll fight each other, but you choose superpowers. It could be flight, it could be web swinging, it could be like firing fireballs. It could be loads of powers you could choose from. You can only choose two. That was my favourite one. Yeah, loads of fun with that, and it was just mental back in the day.
That was mods, right? Yeah, because it was also one of the first games that started to get heavily. Well, Doom had their mods, right? And
King of the Hill was massive.
Yeah, and they started to get fully modded. I think Doom started to get modded hard, and you had like heaps of different variations of that. And then Quake was modded pretty hard as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the game they're making. I don't know. Pete's like 100%. I'm like 98%. You never know. They might bring a new IP, but I think we do see what they're doing next. I'm hoping to anyway. Otherwise, it's a bit of a blowout.
Unfortunately, Monad just pointed out that they said there was going to be nothing new on the show, and Monad is so switched on when it comes to news like this. Like, he really is in the know. Looks at all this stuff in the background. That's unfortunate to hear. Look, and generally they don't. Like, QuakeCom has been disappointing, but I'm just thinking because it hasn't been there for 3 years, it's only be like an online thing, they're bringing it back in person, why not come out with a banger, or just at least announce that that's what they're working on now, even if they don't show anything. I think that's all they really need to do.
Mm-hmm. Give us something.
Anything.
Would it be exclusive, though? That's the question.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that's so, exclusive.
Mate. You think?
Yeah.
Make it PC, Xbox. Yeah, just blow out PlayStation.
Interestingly enough, QuakeCon, there's no PlayStation listed there either, so they're not even going to that.
Yes,
nowhere to be seen.
No.
Just say it.
I mean, if there's a game that it makes sense to come to the PlayStation, if there's and they lean heavily into multiplayer, then yeah, I guess that's at that point it does make sense. So it's a good question. I think that sort of all depends on what they lean on more. If it's more of a Doom game, it is more of a single player game. Like, I know it has a multiplayer, but I think it was the single player was the focus. And if that's the focus for Quake, then yeah, I think it's definitely 100% that's an exclusive. If they don't and they lean a little bit on that multiplayer, then yeah, quite possibly, it could go to PlayStation.
Okay, so news just out. Quake 2 Remastered could be heading to Xbox Game Pass. This is as of 22nd of July, 2023. It just got rated in South Korea, so that'd be cool.
Nice. There you go.
Nice one. What got rated?
Quake 2 Remastered.
Oh. Rated?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought you
got a
meant
rating.
Like swatted. Oh, rated. I thought you said raided. Oh. So, I think we'll round up there. This one, then we'll go more talk of it. So, yeah, I think we'll round up there. That's been an interesting show. Have we still got anyone in the chat? We've got Tryhard still with us.
Have we had anyone in the chat?
Ganger in denial. Ganger in denial.
Yeah, man.
There's Bobber. There's Bobber.
Fuck you.
Still
Boba
there.
was there. That blue number, Holly, was there.
Yeah, Dauntless was there.
Yeah, until he got banned by somebody.
Was Dauntless there?
Yeah.
Was he actually here?
Was there.
Dauntless was here going, yeah.
These feel like
he was
Is that
hidden by
Jaycon?
somebody. Yeah.
He's a very odd man.
Yeah.
Angus there.
He's got a book channel. You should all check it out. Check out his book channel.
Oh yeah, he does amazing reviews.
He does of books.
Amazing reviews. Book that got and I read it, and I know it's pretty good. Maybe you should read it. I don't know if you should read it. I gotta go. All right, bye. Sorry, I'm not normally that horrible, but
everything that guy gets, he deserves. To be honest,
he does. He's a weird.
Do you know what?
He has brought it all on himself.
Do you know what is just absolutely? He's a complete fucking fraud. Do you know what? The dude doesn't. I know he doesn't have a PlayStation, because if he did, he'd play the fucking thing. But you can see him. He's on Xbox 24/7. Never leaves Xbox. Yeah. And I feel, Sarah, Aaron, if you guys are listening, can you just have the guy banned from Xbox? Like,
he's a very old man. Red fancies him. I don't know what it is. I think it's the beard.
Just gonna read some books. I'm never gonna play any games because I just absolute fucking idiot. And I'm bye.
You sounded a mix between Bobcat Goldthwait and a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
I love Police Academy moves.
Oh shit.
So we're gonna round it up here. So what's your face? Jedi Knights. Oh no, sorry. Pony Peter, where can we find you?
Jedi Peter.
No.
At Xbox at Jedi Peter, Twitter it's Jedi Knight Peter.
We've done that.
Yeah, and at Xbox Infinite, literally starting in an hour and 15 minutes, we're gonna have that guy that cried, like Richard said earlier on in the show, when the Final Fantasy 14 announcement got made. So that'll be really interesting. And we also got that blue number Holly coming back as a special guest. So yeah, if you're available, come by, check it out.
Well,
yeah, we're loving Blue, and this week Doobie can't make it, so which is unfortunate. She's got a bit of a travel, taking a bit of a travel to Perth. So yeah, we had to get a fill in. So it's not even my turn. You didn't even outro me. Sorry, Elite. Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, Jedi finished doing his outro. Risky can go on news.
Yeah. Thanks for having me again, guys. Always love coming on this show.
Yeah. Your turn now, Risky. Red Dead Panda likes to fit in. So go on then. Oh, we know where we can find you, don't we? Risky.
Go on then. You can, you can find me at Riskit4TB on Xbox and on Twitter. I'll usually be on there trolling. That's Pete. That's got to be Pete. 110%. And you can find us in an hour, like Pete said, on Xbox Infinite. Head over there, check us out, share us out, tell your grandma. I like grandma, she's hot. And we'll see you all there.
Excellent.
Definitely.
That's right. Where can we find you?
Nowhere. I'm not anywhere.
You're not
just
anywhere.
Here once a week, just because I feel like it sometimes, and that's about it.
Or sitting on Dauntless's lap. Right, brilliant. I think we'll sound off now then. I think we're done. I think we've done it to death, haven't we?
Yeah,
really?
Absolutely.
Got no more topics. We're just dragging it out.
In fact.
Yes, destroyed, ruined. Where are you, Red? We need to just to stop us from talking.
I can end the show very quickly.
Oh, thank you all for watching. Then let's say goodbyes. Thank you all for watching and goodbye for now. We appreciate all of you. I love you.
Every single one of
Your kids.